Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you're new. Today we're in the world of Outlaw sprint cars here at Eldora. Ran a decent time in practice here. Only 9 people registered to run this, so there's only a 9-car field, which is unfortunate, but still should have a decent race. I'm kind of terrified of being car number 1 because I'm not very well versed in these cars. I don't run these that often. The fastest I've ran so far was like on a little bit better of a track. I ran like an 0.65. I got very sideways there in that corner. On the entrance. Just trying to keep the car straight as much as I can. Try to get a good line around the track. That felt like a better 1 and 2. And we did not have a good first lap. I let off a little bit to try to get that low lane in 3 and 4. Probably should have a decent time there. 424, that's not very good, but this track has been worn in a little bit more. So, we were a lot slower than we were in practice. Should be an interesting race though, because by the end of it, we're going to have to run up by the wall. And that is very tough to do in these things. They're very fast, very hard to handle, especially up by the wall. I hit the wall so many times in practice trying to run up there, so should be interesting. So far, we've got the pole, but still have like half the field left to qualify. Hopefully, we can hold on to pole. That'd be great, and I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, we fell in the second, which isn't too bad at least. 2-car ran a really good time compared to what we did. Should be a pretty good race up front, I hope. Hopefully we can stay green since there are cautions on in this race. 30 laps. Should go by really fast if we could stay green. Because 13.5 seconds a lap, it'll probably be closer up to 14 by the end of the race, I would assume. A lap should go by pretty quick though on 30 laps green. If we could stay green. There's only like 8 people in the race, I think. I think the 7-car reconnected and ran a lap. Yeah, I think he did. So only the 8 cars out. So we only have an 8-car field, which is a really small field, but overall should have some good racing anyways. I just don't want to wreck myself into the wall, basically. I don't want to run too high going into a corner and smack the wall and just ride it. I've done that plenty of times in practice. Not fun to do. But if you guys enjoy this kind of racing, hit that like and subscribe if you want to see some more. We are doing back-to-back races at Eldora, though. We just ran the trucks at Eldora, and now we're running the World of Outlaw sprint cars at Eldora. So hopefully we can have a good result here. Better than in the trucks, at least. That's my hope. Still waiting on somebody to join in the race. I don't know who it is. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place. We're waiting on the 7-car, who got disconnected earlier. He like rejoined and then did his lap for qualifying and then hasn't joined up for the race. He might miss the grid, to be honest. Which would definitely put you a lap down, at least. Oh, nope, he joined now. Looks like you get 12 incident points to a DQ here. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that. It is real easy to get a 2x hitting the wall in these things, it seems like.
Up on the outside.
Need to just try to get a good jump. I'm going to move the wing back, actually, to -1. Try to help us out a little bit, keeping the car straight. I know it's just going to get looser and looser through the race. I was doing qualifying and everything on 0. Just hoping that'll help out a little bit on the stability of the car in the corner. But like I said, I don't run these World of Outlaw sprint cars much. Mainly I've run the 305s, trying to get better at those. But I really didn't want to run the limited late models or super late models at Fairbury. That just did not seem very fun this week. I did see that the next gen car was at Gateway, which I was interested in running, but I ended up not doing that. I'm excited for the new NASCAR season coming up really soon. February 6th is the Clash, and the 20th is the 500. I'm interested to see on how the new next-gen cars work, like in the pack and everything, in an actual racing situation. Okay, pace truck is off. Had a decent jump. 3rd place didn't have a good jump at all. He is on our inside. We should have the run off the corner. Try to stay in the grip and get clear of 3rd there. 1 and 2 is definitely going to be better outside. 3 and 4 you could still make work on the bottom, it seems like. Maybe slide up into the grip off the corner. Try to miss that slick on the exit of 4. See if we can try to catch this leader at all. Jeez, it is so slick going into 3. Might have to let off a little bit going through that for the entrance. That's going to be the wall. That's what I was trying to avoid. That's what I did so many times in practice, trying to go in high. Try to get these spots back if we can. Should get a good run here off of 2. Leader is gone at this point unless there's a caution. Surprised the guy that's below me isn't throwing a slider at all. He definitely has room. Oh, there's a caution. So we are going to be in 3rd place. Okay. Don't know if it's going to be double file or not for the restart. The double file will be starting on the inside. Single file will just be interesting altogether, but I think it'll be double file. But we ended up being in 3rd right now because we were barely ahead of the 4 car at the line, it seems like, the lap before. But we got a couple laps under caution. It seemed like the caution happened more further behind us, so I'll bring you guys back when we're getting ready to go green.
1 to go.
Alright, looks like we will be single file for the restarts here. I wasn't sure if the World of Outlaws had single or double file restarts. Because some of them have double, some have single up until the last 10 laps. Then you have a single file regardless, but wasn't sure if we were going to have double or single here. Leader is laying really far off the pace truck, so he could go real early.
Deep breath. I just took one.
Hopefully we could have a pretty good jump. 6 cars probably going to go back to the bottom, I would assume, in 1 and 2. Try to get that grip on the outside.
Green.
Had a pretty good jump, I'd say. Try to get this grip out here going. 3 and 4, the bottom's still probably pretty good if you slide up like the leader is. Had a really good run there off of 4 though. You are going to be able to get to the outside of him there. Should clear him there by the time we get to the line. Nice. Ran a little low there. Don't hit the wall. That was scary. I was terrified of smacking the wall there off of 2. Definitely got room to throw a slider because we do run so high here. Trying to stay out of the wall going into turn 1. For me, it's so much easier to hit the wall going in the 1 for some reason. I think just because it's a lot thinner up there, in my opinion. But if you can get that grip up here at the top, it's very fast. Leader's still kind of running this like slider line in 3 and 4. Seems to be working pretty well for him. I'm going to start doing that in 1 and 2 so I can stay away from that wall and entrance. Just trying to keep the car as straight as we can. We are pulling away too by a good amount. Not going to be catching the leader at the moment by any means. He is so far gone. Unless we catch some lap traffic up here and they screw him up, I think he's going to be pretty far gone. But he's running really good laps. I feel like we're running pretty decent now too. I just ran my fastest lap of the race. I can see the thing blinking in the bottom corner. I don't have time to go look at the time though. I'll see it after the race what it is. That lap car stayed low, awesome. I just gotta not screw myself up mainly. That's the main thing. I just need to run the laps that I can. That lap car is all up in the way of the leader. Slowed him way down. Ran him all the way down to the wall. I think he was trying to get out of the way of the high side, and the leader went to go low on him, and they both just went low and slowed the leader down a ton. We'll see if I have as much of a problem getting by him as the leader did. I'm just going to go low. Hopefully I can get by him like that.
Working the top. Clear.
Okay, didn't have as much of a problem. Kind of almost ran into him off of 4 though. It was tough trying to keep it low and not sliding through the slick. But I do like this line a lot. It keeps me away from the wall going into turn 1, which is very hard for me to run going in these cars. I'm just trying to keep the car straight and off the wall in turn 2, which I haven't had a problem with yet. And we get a caution. That's unfortunate. Really did not want to see a caution. We were 4.5 seconds ahead of third place, so we were running pretty decent times, I'd say. Still running 13.5 second laps, not bad. Leader is so fast though. He is flying up here. But looks like we're gonna have a 10-lap run here at the inn. I don't know where the wreck was. Probably a lap car or something like that is my assumption, because the 7 car is in the pits now. I know I think that was the last car we just went by. But got a couple more laps under caution. Hopefully we can go the rest of this way green, and I'll bring you guys back when we get ready to go green.
We're on 1 to go.
All right. Hopefully this is the last restart of the race. Hopefully we can get a good enough jump and not get bombarded by the cars behind us. We did have a pretty good gap behind us, so I'm hoping we can pull that back.
That 7 car, Kevin, just doesn't let up and runs over you.
Yeah, we'll have to go back, see what these cautions were about. Might have been that number 7 car, like I was saying, because he was in the pit lane. Need to get a good jump here, though. He's probably going to go, like, real early or something.
How about pace cars off? Be ready. Ready.
Got a pretty good jump compared to the guys behind us. I didn't get, like, fully on the gas because I did not want to get sideways there. I'm going to try to just run that same line I've been running. It is so, like, bumpy now. Jesus. The track is getting so worn in. Sprint cars really destroy a track, which makes it a lot of fun. Yeah, that leader is just running that outside ripping it, and he is flying. I just don't want to screw myself up at this point. I'll be fine finishing second, because there's no way I'm catching the leader at this point. Unless he really screws up and smacks the wall or something. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, because we're pulling away from third with what I'm doing. Just don't want to wreck myself mainly. But I'm definitely getting better in the sprint cars overall. I don't run these that often, so they're a handful right now. I just really don't want to wreck myself and ruin my second place. Because the number 2 car, he is flying, man. He is so fast.
5 laps to go right now.
But we got to win in the 305s. I believe we did. I believe it was at Charlotte early in the week. On like Thursday or so. I think we won in those. And looks like we might get a second here in the World of Outlaw sprint cars, which is awesome. Very happy about that. It looks like the 6 car's falling back. Because the 4 and the 3 got by him. But yeah, it is so slick, like, through this whole track now. You have to be right up on that wall to be fast. I just hope nobody wrecks and trying to run right up on that wall. Brings out a last-second caution. That's the last thing I need.
2 to go.
2 more laps. All right, we need to just get around one more time before the caution comes out. Come on. God, number 2 is so fast. He is so consistent running that high side. All right, he got the white flag. Cool. Awesome. We got a 3.5 second lead over third. Don't really got to worry about a thing. I just want to stay away from the wall. Good win. God, he was fast, man. He was so fast. Like, there is no competing with that with the way I run here. And I just didn't want to wreck into the wall again. I thought early on when I smacked the wall, it was going to really ruin my race. And I thought I was going to, like, go flipping or just get ran into one or two.
I factor in there a little hard.
Oh, 3 car ended up getting third, 4 car ended up getting fourth. Nice. Gotta go back and see what happened with them. It seems like they might have got together there at the end. I want to see how they got by the 6 car on this start. They got by him pretty quick, actually. So this is a few laps into after the restart. 3 cars just ripping the outside. 4 cars kind of running the same line I was. 6 car was sticking to his bottom the whole race. Which at this point in the race, it was so slick. You can see the 4 car sliding up the way I was going through the corners. So the 3 is going to get by the 6 clean on the outside. Try to go back, see what happens. 4 car had a hell of a run there off of 1 and 2. He was real high, cuts it off real low on the exit, gets a really good run. Looks like he throws a slider in on the 3 as well. Oh, he tried to check up to not go all the way into the outside lane. Almost caused a huge wreck between all 3 of them. That was super close. And it looks like that's where they're going to end up finishing 4, 3, and 6 there. Let's go back to the very beginning. Let's try to see what happened with these cautions. If they'll show it. 2 cars running just so well. He does get in the wall barely, but he taps his wheel and just keeps on going. When I tap the wheel, my front end comes right back around. Oh, geez. That's what that first caution was. Okay, so looks like the, what was it, the 9 car, I think? Yeah, 9 car got sideways going in, just too much in the slick. Goes in, gets way sideways on the entrance. 3 car checks up, 7 car is going in hard. And just runs right into the 9. I think he tried checking up the last second, but no way you could stop your slide going that quick at that time. 7 car goes around, 9 car goes into the inside wall. Unfortunate altogether. That brings out that caution. This is the restart afterwards. 7 car gets a pretty good jump on the 3. He goes into the wall and flips. Jesus Christ. And no caution for that because there was no other cars coming at the time. Lands on his wheels and just keeps on going. Thought he was going to smack the wall on the entrance. Looks like he's going to an exit, go flipping. That's going to be the next caution, okay. Because that was... What was that? After we passed him. Because I think that was 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, the 6, the 3, and the 4 car all going by him after he smacked the wall in 2. Off of 2 and goes flipping. So that was the second caution. This is after the restart. 9 car, got a slide up. Nope, not quite hit the wall. I think a little bit of net code, and that's all the incidents. There really wasn't too many incidents through the whole race. It looks like the 3 car got 4, the 7 car got 6, and the 9 car got 2. So the 7 car basically got into the 9 when he got loose, caused that caution in a way, and then the 7 car flipped himself a couple times. And then they caused the second caution. So 2 cars super fast, good win by him. There was no catching up. I'm happy we finished second. We ended up coming back from where we finished. Actually, I want to go back to where I smacked the wall because I don't know why that wasn't why that didn't really show up in the incidents, because I smacked the hell out of turn 1. I don't remember where it was, but I fell back to 4th real fast. Yeah, I went in a little too high. Car wanted to really grip up there on the berm and just go straight into the wall. That was my problem in practice, and I really thought I was going to get hit when I turned back down trying to get off the wall. Luckily, we were able to get back on this outside and run really well and get back by the 4 by the time the caution came out. It was super close, though. Super, super close, because I think if we would have lost that spot, it would have been tough to get back to second. But we were running really well after the caution came out and ended up just pulling away from them, which was awesome. It seemed like I was getting a lot of speed up here off of each corner, which was awesome. Was able to run it really well. That scared the crap out of me, but the caution already came out there. So at the line, I was barely ahead of him, I guess. That's what caused us to be in 3rd. Just barely had him at the line. And then the next restart, I got back to the outside. It looks like... Oh, I think this was... Yeah, no, this was after the restart. We kept running on the outside. The 6 car kept running on the bottom. I saw how much of a run I was getting. So I wanted to just stick up here to get by him mainly. And then I wanted to start throwing that slider line so I could get away from the wall, because the wall scares me. 3 and 4 was not nearly as bad. 1 and 2, you're so tight up against the wall. But you can see how much of a run I was getting. Like, it was kind of crazy. I just had to go into 1, kind of a little low. I thought he was throwing a slider on me there. It scared the crap out of me. I almost hit the wall, too. But, 3 and 4 was much wider going in. 1 and 2, I had to go a little lower, be in the slick to try not to go up and hit the wall and then let off trying to go in. But we started pulling away, and then I just started throwing the slider line the rest of the race, it seemed like, I think. Yeah. Started going low, sliding up into the grip off the corner, but the 2 car was just flying, man. He was fast the whole race, so happy to finish second. Should gain a little bit of iRating still, so let's go see what we end up getting out of the results in this. Alright, results in. Strength field was only 1936. It was the only split. Like I said, there's only 9 people that registered. I think only 8 of them raced anyways, so that was unfortunate. We ran a 389, not bad, on lap 13. I remember seeing it pop up. I didn't know what lap it was, though. And I didn't know the time, but we actually ran a really good lap around then. when we were just ripping on the outside, trying to get by the 6 car, I believe it was. I think it was right after we got by him. And we actually ran a good time there. 2 car ran a 3:25. He was just so much more consistent with it and stayed up there more towards the end and was just flying along that wall. I just didn't want to wreck and lose second place, like wreck myself. So I'm happy with where he finished. Gained 15 iRating, almost back up to 4,300, which is awesome. Gained a little bit of safety as well. Pretty clean race overall, besides the 7 got into a couple, or got into the 9 and then flipped himself twice. That was pretty much it. And then the 4 and 3 kind of almost getting together and wrecking. That was really close. But overall, good race. Wish it was a bigger field, but this was a good learning race for me in these cars because I don't run them too often. But yeah, you can see the average time. The 2 car was just so much faster than everybody else. It was crazy. 4 car actually had a better average time than the 3. I guess that was because of the way the cautions fell. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But it is what it is because the caution laps don't count for dirt. But overall, fun race. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. Feel like we're getting a little bit better in the sprint cars in total. I just need to get more confident running the wall and then the World of Outlaw sprint cars at least, because they're so fast. I don't run them that often. I need to get better at them, do more practice in them for sure, and run them a little bit more. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know if you guys did this race earlier in the week and how you guys did. Hopefully you guys got some wins, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.